Hello, friends, welcome back. Are you worried about your English pronunciation? Then this video is for you. Today, we are going to talk about a simple and easiest tip to improve your pronunciation. This one technique has helped me a lot to improve my pronunciation. Like, as I said, I struggled a lot with my pronunciation that I couldn't pronounce some words, like I didn't have good pronunciation skills. As I did this, as I followed this one technique that like helped me a lot. And not only me, actually the studies show that this one technique helped uh, millions students, like not only about the English language but languages in general. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Before we start, I want to ask you a favor. If you are new here, please do subscribe. It will help a lot. This means a lot to me. This means a world to me. So please do subscribe and support. So let's start. So this one technique is reading aloud, reading articles or short stories. But when you read, you have to read it aloud, like loudly. For that, how do I do this practice? That I try to find some space for me, like private space where I feel comfortable to read aloud. So for me, it is my room. So like I lock up my doors and windows, then I start reading. I start to read loudly, as much as louder as possible. So that's how I do this practice. So for you, I recommend the same. I recommend the same for you. Please find a space where you feel comfortable, because as you are going to start this practice, you probably it's better to do with your comfortable space zone. So find a space and you can do this practice. And how to do this practice? Once you found the space, how do exactly we have to do this practice? For that, uh, you can either go on Google or go on to Play Store. Like on, or when you go on to Google, when you search on Google like English short stories for beginners, you can find hundreds of stories, short stories. Or you can go on to Play Store, you can download some apps where you can find some short stories. But I would suggest going on to Google for the first time. Then you can go on to the apps or something. So I'm going to demonstrate. So yeah, here I'm going to demonstrate a short story, like how do I do the reading practice, how to exactly do. So it will help you to get the clear idea of doing the practice. So yeah, now on the screen you can see a story. Okay, I'm gonna show the story. This morning I decided to talk about this one as I woke up this morning. Like, actually I plan to record something else, and when I was recording, something went wrong. So I stopped recording that one. I don't know why, what happened, but I stopped recording. And then, yeah, here it is 5 past 10. I'm recording this one. The first one I tried this morning, other video. I think I was recording the video about 6 o'clock here. As you said, something went wrong. So, yeah, it was unsuccessful. So, yeah, then after recording that one, I decided to record this one. So then I went on to Google. I searched some short stories. I found this one. I found this story. This is as you can see on the screen. This is about the the name of the story, the cows and the lions. So yeah, we can do the practice. So how do I do that? Firstly, I read this story, like I just read and understand the meaning. Okay, like this. Be silent for a moment and just read that. Okay. Once you finish reading this one and once you understand the meaning and the things, like if you find some vocab which you are not familiar with, you can search on Google the meaning. Okay, you can do as you want. just find the meaning and things like that. So once you finish reading this, okay, and once you understand the story, you have to start the reading practice, reading aloud. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So this is how I do this one. The cows and the lions. Five cows lived in a little forest. They ate fresh grass in a large green meadow. They were kind friends. They decided to do everything together so the lions couldn't attack them for food. After finishing one paragraph, when you get to the next one, you can take a second's break, then you can continue reading. One day, the five cows fought and each one started to eat grass in a different place. The lions decided to seize the opportunity and kill them one by one. Okay, so this is the story. So, what did I do? First, I read and I understood the meaning. Then, I read aloud. So, this is how do I do practice since I started this one. I don't know how long I have been trying doing this practice, but as as I can see, I think I probably started doing this practice since the beginning onwards. Like I started I started learning English. I started learning English back in 2021 around. So yeah, I think since then I started doing this practice, and oh my god, I can't explain anymore because this helps me a lot, and I love doing this practice. It's really interesting. So it doesn't matter whether you read short stories or articles. Some days I read short stories, some other days I read some news articles. I think mostly I prefer reading articles. I just search some articles on Google and I read that. Sometimes it's about the human body, health, nature, environment, sports, different articles we can get on the internet. So yeah, like we are exposed to a lot of online resources you can use. So try using every single opportunities. Okay, so this is one of the techniques that I follow to improve my pronunciation, especially particularly pronunciation. Yeah, actually this morning when I was searching short stories, then I found this one, and it's really fascinating. Like it really intrigued me, like this kind of practice. Then as I was reading this article, I mean as I was reading this topic, short story, I found something interesting that as I was reading this one, I also got on to Google. Okay, I went on to Google and I searched, like I wanted to know how do we call a group of lions or group of cows. And I found that a group of lions we call uh, a pride of lion, a pride of lions, yeah, a pride of lions. And a group of cows we call um, a herd of a herd of cows, yeah, a herd of cows. That's also when you do some activities, do the related activities, finding new vocabs. So it's so relatable. Okay, so when you do these kind of activities, it's easy to catch the vocabs and the pronunciation. And the other important thing, when you read something, when you try to read these kind of short stories, if you find some words or things hard to pronounce, you can check it on Google, the pronunciation. I prefer Cambridge Dictionary, or yeah, probably most of the times, mostly I go on to Cambridge Dictionary and I listen to the pronunciation of each words. So yeah, we just need to search on Google. Either you can listen the Google pronunciation or the Cambridge or Oxford pronunciation, as you like to do that. So yeah, this is what I wanted to share today, and please follow this one. This will help you to improve your so if you want to get to the next level, okay, don't stuck. If you don't want to stuck in this level, if you want to get to the next one, this is the thing you have to follow. It's kind of a must. You must not avoid this activity. Try to do every single day. And the other important thing, consistency and repetition is important when it comes to learning a language, especially English. So yeah, that's all, friends. And we'll see you with the next video with another interesting and important topic. Take care of yourself and your family. Bye, friends.